So today in this lab we will discuss about Palo Alto, and we will configure many settings in the Palo Alto. And this is our lab basically, and this is my VM, and this is my WAN IP, this is my LAN IP, and this is my internal LAN IP, and these are basically your global protect client, and this is my server from where I am accessing it. And also the management port has been shown here basically. So this lab guide we will need to follow. We have login into the firewall basically, and also we have downloaded the guide as well, and we can save this file if you want basically. So first of all, click on student desktop to connect the student desktop. So here is my student desktop. So I'm connecting to my student desktop. So I'm connected to my student desktop, and also let me save this file somewhere, or we can download it. Okay, it is downloaded. So I will share this file with you on YouTube as well. So this is my guide. So in the student desktop, it is showing that you can increase the resolution. I don't need that basically. And now this is optional. Let me scroll down, log into the Palo Alto. So we have to click here NGFW GUI. So this is my NGFW GUI. Advance, proceed. So it's logging in. So now what I need to do basically, so this is my username and password, student and UTD 135. Let me log in. Now we will perform all lab one by one, which has been described in this PDF basically. Okay, so got it. So this firewall is not connected to internet by default. Select network interfaces and then click interface Ethernet 1 tab. So I need to go here, so let it open. I'm just pausing the video till now. So this is my lab basically. Now where we need to go? We need to go to the network and then interfaces tab, network, interfaces tab, and here this is my Ethernet interface. I'm double clicking on it. Now what I need to do next, in advanced tab we have to go and we need to change the state basically. So we will go into the advanced tab, and this is layer 3 network. It is down, let us make it up. Okay, so we have done this. Now we need to do commit. So I have performed commit. So it is pending and activating. And what is the next step? So next step would be commit the changes, close the pop-up window, and this Ethernet should be green. Okay, that's good. So it is committing. Meanwhile, I'm pausing the video. So the commit is done and my Ethernet is green. Now we will go to the next activity. From the student desktop, open a new tab in a Chrome browser, and okay, in Chrome browser. So we need to go into the student desktop and open the Chrome browser, and into this Chrome browser there will be lab bookmarks. In lab bookmarks, what I need to do, I need to open this news channel basically. So activity 0, news. So this has been opened. Now where I need to go, the next step is, here is the quick look of the student desktop, how I am going outside. So from here I am going to my VM, and from VM, from my WAN interface, I am going outside. So this is the activity and end of the activity basically. Now granular control of application and enabling sanctioned SaaS app. Now background, a foundation for visibility and control in Palo Alto network product ecosystem, App ID is partnered traffic classification technology that use multiple different techniques to determine the exact identity of the application traversing your network, irrespective of port, protocol, evasive tactics, or encryption. App ID provides you with the knowledge and flexibility you need to safely enable application and secure your organization. As the foundational element of our enterprise security platform, App ID provides visibility and control over application and even those that try to evade the detection by masquerading the legitimate traffic, hopping ports, or sneaking through the firewall under encryption. So PAN OS feature to be used App ID and functional control, logging and reporting. In this activity, we will modify the existing firewall configuration to control the behavior of ChatGPT application, review the traffic logs from the activity. So activity 0 has been completed, that is done. And now what it is saying, use Chrome and select OpenAI bookmark, lab bookmarks activity 1 folder. So let us go here in my student desktop and here in activity 1 OpenAI. So as it is saying, okay, there you have to proceed. If we click yes, then my application is blocked. Now I want to allow the OpenAI, how it would be allowed. So on NGFW GUI, we need to go monitor log traffic. So we will go monitor logs and traffic. So we should get some logs here basically. Now it is loading one by one. What it is saying, that monitor logs traffic to review the traffic log to understand OpenAI being blocked. In the search bar, enter app contains OpenAI. So we need to type this, or we can simply copy paste app contains OpenAI. So let me type here app contain OpenAI. As you can see, now OpenAI reset both, policy deny, policy deny, policy deny. So it is denying basically. Okay, note that the session and reason policy deny, it is from UTD explicit policy deny 0. From where it is coming, if I go in policies and the security policy, let the security policy load. So which policy it is saying, there is a policy, and that policy is called UTD explicit deny. So it is the explicit deny policy. It should be in the bottom basically. UTD explicit deny, where is that? Okay, let me find out where is that. Okay, UTD policy. As you can see, there is an explicit deny policy. So this is blocking. I'm going to so if we click on this policy, as you can see, my source is my global protect or LAN, and destination is WAN, and application all this or actions denied. So it is denying basically. So we have to add the rule to enable it. Now you can adjust the number of column by displaying, hovering a mouse over header and click the white arrow next to header name and click columns and select the column you want to add or remove. So these are basically different things. We can add the column. So this is you can say you can do or you cannot do. Also see the decrypt column. This indicates that session was decrypted by NGFW. So let us go here, and there will be a decrypt column in monitor. So again, it will take some time to load. So decrypt, yes. So decryption has been done basically. Now what I need to do basically here, so we need to go to policies and security policy, and this you can try if you want to add more column or not more column, is up to you basically. Now in NGFW policy security, click to the highlight first rule, UTD policy 00, currently grayed out. So there is one policy, UTD policy 00, it is grayed out. What it is saying, that my source is LAN, my destination is WAN, my application is OpenAI base, and it depends on SSL, web browsing, and WebSocket. And if I now this is disabled basically, so this policy they are saying, okay, now what it's saying, go to the application tab in the actions tab, and tab to confirm the policy is configured to allow OpenAI. It depends on application. So what I need to do basically, so utility policy 0, open the policy details as window, go to the application tab and the action tab, which tab it is saying, it is saying, and the action tab, okay, and the action tab the policy is configured allow to OpenAI and dependent application. Click OK to close the policy window. Okay, so in action we have to do allow. Okay, let me go to the actions. So right now it is showing allow, so it is grayed out basically, and these policies has been allowed. Click on OK. Now what I need to do basically, so I have selected all this and let me click OK, and now let us see whether it is allowed or not. So before doing commit, this seems to be okay, but it is grayed out. Okay, so we need to enable it basically. So let me enable it and then commit and commit. So while it is committing, I am pausing the video and I will come back once it is done. So the commit has been done. Let us go again and refresh this window. Now it is allowed. If I go to logs again, monitors, traffic, I will run same thing. So as you can see, this time OpenAI allowed. Okay, so now this is allowed basically, and let me follow more from student desktop. Okay, now it is allowed. Now check connectivity to ChatGPT. We need to go to bookmark activity 1 folder, and now we need to check the ChatGPT basically, like bookmark activity 1 and ChatGPT. So again this is blocked, we need to allow this as well. So in the next step, monitor logs traffic, and we need to check this app equal to ChatGPT. So we need to go here and let us check the logs. So as we can see, OpenAI, ChatGPT, action, reset both, and policy denied. Now it is denied. Now we need to allow it basically. How to enable? Navigate to policy, security, click on UTD policy 00, open the policy. Okay, now policy, security, and UTD policy 00. In this UTD policy, select the application tab and enter OpenAI. Now application tab, add OpenAI. So OpenAI. So sorry, OpenAI. OpenAI. It is not typing in, that's the biggest problem. OpenAI. Now OpenAI is loaded, so we need to select this OpenAI. Okay, now we have selected the OpenAI. Now we need to select the OpenAI in the list where this. We need to select the OpenAI ChatGPT only. Okay, so here in OpenAI, now in OpenAI we need to select OpenAI ChatGPT. This only we need to select, and what else it is showing. Okay, click on OK and then commit all changes. Let us see. Now click on OK, and it depends on SSL, web browsing, and WebSocket. Click on OK, commit all, commit. So I am pausing the video. I will come back once it is done. So commit is done. I will go again my desktop and I will refresh this window. So now it is open, and again if I go to the log, sorry, I have opened it again. So again I need to go to the logs here, monitor, same thing we will run, that app equal to OpenAI ChatGPT. It will take some time in loading. I am pausing the video and will come back once it is done. So as we can see, now this time it is showing allowed. As you can see, allow. Now again we will go to next, enable the sanctioned apps, select objects application group. So we need to go objects and application group. So in application group, click the sanctioned SaaS app and review the SaaS application in the application group. Okay, so it is taking time, so I'm pausing the screen. So in application group here, so there are sanctioned apps. Let me click the sanctioned apps, and these apps right now are there, Google Docs and this one. We have to add something new here, I think. So add MS Office 365 button here. Okay, add now MS Office 365, MS hyphen Office 365. So we need to select all or what. Okay, it is saying MS Office 365. We have to select all basically. So MS Office 365. Now this we have added, MS Office 365. Now click on OK. We need to click on OK because this is added. Okay, you can see here. Now it is saying go to UTD policy 00 and add the sanction apps in application policy. Okay, so we need to go policies, security, UTD policy 0, and in UTD policy, it's very slow. In application, we need to add in application, it is saying add the sanction SaaS application group into the policy. We need to add here. So we can search as well, or we can do copy paste as well. Add, click here, and afterwards click OK and commit the changes. Okay, and now commit the changes. Commit. So let the commit done. I will come back once it is done. So commit is done. Let us close this. Now we will go to here and then lab bookmarks, activity 1, SaaS, and let us open all one by one. It is showing application blocked. Okay, why it is showing application blocked? So it is showing that Dropbox is blocked. Let us see what else. Now here if we go here, box, I think box is allowed. Yes, box is allowed. And if I go here, SaaS and OneDrive, so OneDrive is also seems to be allowed because it was there in the URL basically. So we can see here the sanctioned app, open all pages. So some will you can say fail and some will load. So this has been done. Now the next lab is review application from NGFW object application. Okay, here object and then applications. So there will be a lot of application here. We can see here the application pages list various attribute to each application definition, such as application relative security, the risk value based on criteria. So a lot more information would be there. Under subcategory section, select artificial intelligence. Only those applications are identified as artificial intelligence is displayed. Okay, under subcategory select artificial intelligence. So under subcategory we need to select artificial intelligence. So what I have done here, basically I have searched artificial. Now we have a lot more thing in artificial intelligence here. So as you can see, now what I need to do in artificial intelligence, in subcategory, what is saying, select the OpenAI chat GPT. Okay, there must be an OpenAI chat GPT somewhere. Let me scroll up. So OpenAI chat GPT. So let me do a search, Control F, Open AI hyphen. So instead I have searched OpenAI chat GPT. Now what it is saying that okay, scroll down, select on OpenAI chat GPT. You may need to use the next page for, okay, the application details are down. So click close and clear filters. Okay, so we will go here, OpenAI chat GPT, and in OpenAI chat GPT what it is saying, what I need to do, click close and okay, we have to only check this. Okay, as you can see, these are some TCP timeout 360 120. These are timeout here basically for this application. This is very important when you are working on it, and the port which it is using, and also the classification is there. You can change the classification also. So let me close it and we can clear all the filters. So filters are cleared. Now it is saying that we need to click on the question mark, and in application overview, okay, this is our basically for your help. You want to see this page, then you will be able to understand how it is done basically. So this is for your information, basically applications overview. You can check what is application overview and how it works basically. You can check this as well. Now we need to create a new security policy for what? Let me see. Now what is the background? That is important. Many applications can use either by default do user control or non-standard port. Oftentimes the use of non-standard port is done as means of evading controls. For example, you can use SSH on port number 445. Tech-savvy users are accessing their home PC from work by detecting SSH and non-standard port in order to bypass the corporate firewall. This activity will show you how to allow application to run only the standard port and prevent the same application from running from a non-standard port. Okay, let us see. So these features are used: login and reporting to show SSH and RDP session, app ID, login and reporting for verification. So in this activity, add a new security policy for the IT organization and reorder the policy. So we need to go to policy and security. So let us go to policies and security. Now in security, there will be a policy. Click on add and create a policy, and the policy name will be allow IT apps. So we need to add a policy, and the name will be allow IT apps, and then afterwards select activity 2 for the tags. Okay, we have to give a tag activity 2. So tag is basically for your information, or in organization generally they give the change number here in audit comment as well. And then afterwards what it is saying, select the source tab and add the source zone as LAN. Source tab and the source is LAN. Okay, and also now what I need to do, basically, okay, source tab, source zone, LAN I have added. Destination we need to select WAN. Destination, add, we need to select WAN, and then afterwards click on application tab and type IT apps. Okay, so we need to type IT-apps. So this category is already created, I think so. So IT-apps, sorry, it is slow. IT and then hyphen apps. So IT app is there. I have selected IT apps, and in IT apps I have selected IT apps. In the application group that includes SSH, MSRDP. So it has basically two application, SSH and MSRDP. Okay, click on service URL category tab. Okay, now we need to click on service URL category tab, and this is application service URL category tab, and drop down, then click the drop down menu above the service. Okay, click the drop down menu above the service, and then we need to select service URL category, drop down of service, application default to any. So we need to do any basically. So okay, now in the action tab allow OK. Okay, in the action tab allow and then click OK. Nothing else it is saying to do. Allow apps, OK. Click and drag allow at policy above the utility policy 04. Okay, so okay, now what we need to do, the policy is created. Now what it is saying, click and drag allow IT apps above the UTD policy 04. So what we have created, so we need to take it up basically, this rule. So what we can do, we can simply move up. It will go one step up and again move up. You can do drag as well. I will show you like this. So move up and again move up. Because my window is small, so I'm doing right now like this. Again I'm not able to see. Move up again. Now where is my policy? So it is gone on top. We can do one thing, we can drag it here first of all, and we can keep it here in UTD policy 4 here. So now we are above UTD policy 04. Now we are above UTD policy 04, and commit and close the changes. Okay, let me do the commit. So I'm again pausing the video. So commit is done. Now what it is saying, go to your student desktop and select SSH server. Okay, and putty basically we need to select, and what we need to select here right now, we need to select open SSH to SSH server using standard port 22. Login is UTD 135. So let me check. So standard port like this. So login as, sorry, it is not taken. I have to click once again. Okay, again I'm opening the putty and student, student student, and password what I have copied, I have pasted it here. So I am able to log in basically. Now what it is saying now, okay, yes, I am able to log in. Now we have to type exit here. I can close this. We have to type exit here. So the exit has been done. Now okay, this has been done. Now we will use non-standard port and let us see what happened basically. So I will again open this and I will use non-standard port, except login as student student, enter password I'm pasting. So I am able to log in, so we can exit it from here. So in both cases I am able to log in. I'm able to use the non-standard port as well. Now monitor logs traffic and search for an application SSH on port 22 or 23. So we have to type like this, app equal to SSH. So we will go here, monitor, and now we will have to type here app equal to SSH. Hit enter. Now it is loading. As you can see, it is allowed. We can very easily see it is allowed. So now modify the rule. We need to go to policy security, allow app policy. So let us go here, policies, security, and in security allow IT apps. In allow IT apps, now in service we change to application default. So when we change it to application default, it means now we should not be able to do SSH on port number 443. Okay, so click on OK and then commit. So let it happen. Now I will click on close and again I will go to my student desktop, open putty. This time I will use non-standard port. So as you can see, it is not let me to log in, even not asking username and password. And if I let me close this, and if I go to logs again, monitor logs, and the same query I will run. So as you can see, this time on port 443 I am showing deny. So this lab has also been done. Okay, now another lab, policy optimizer. So what is policy optimizer and how it will work? Background, Pan OS includes a free built-in tool called policy optimizer, which provides a simple workflow to migrate your legacy security policy rule-based app ID rules. Policy optimizer identify port-based rules so that you can convert to them to application-based rule that allow traffic or add application to existing rule without compromising application availability. It also identify over-provisioned app ID based rule, those configured with unused application. Policy optimizer helps you to prioritize which rule to migrate or clean up first, analyze the rule usage characteristic such as hit count, and identify the application-based rule that allow applications you don't use. Removing unused application from the rule is the best practice that reduces attack surface and keeps your rule base clean. Additionally, policy optimizer helps you to identify the new application recently seen in your network as well and as resolve the application dependencies and rule shadowing. It is a powerful tool that helps you to keep your security policy clean and narrow, reducing the policy attack surface. So we will review the application are passing through the port-based policy, enhance the security posture by creating application-based policy with policy optimizer. So we need to go to policy security and policy optimizer. So we need to go to policy and security, and in policy security we need to go where we need to go to, where is that, security policy and this one, policy optimizer. So we need to go to policy optimizer. So here is my policy optimizer. In policy optimizer we need to click here rule without app control. So we need to click here rule without app control. So it should show. So 8th number rule is there, port based policy, common port. So this policy is there. Now click on the port based policy. We need to click on the port based policy, and in port based policy click the port based policy name, open security policy rule. Now security policy rule is open. Now what I need to do, review the application tab and service URL category. In application tab and in application tab service URL category. So here we have given common ports. Okay, so this rule configured with any for the application and common ports. Okay, common ports in service URL category, cancel to close the policy rule window. Okay, we need to cancel the rule, cancel. Now what I need to do basically, rule from the rule without app controls, app uses, rule without app control. Okay, rule without app control, and then afterwards what we need to do, in the apps, in the apps uses app scene column. Okay, in the apps uses app scene column. Now where is the app usage and app scene column? So here the app usage column. Okay, app usage column, app scene column. Okay, and here app scene column 14. Okay, you can see how many application in this policies has seen or allowed. Click on compare. Okay, so click on compare. So basically these are the application which are there basically present. Okay, now what it is saying, note that you can change time frame to see when this policy was seen. Okay, we can see the time frame. Now traffic is 0 for this policy, and this is last seen, you can see, for SSL and web browsing. Okay, so this is last seen on this day. What I need to do, select the application, e.g. Google base with the checkbox. Okay, so Google base with the checkbox, and afterwards note that now you have option to decide what to do, either to create clone rule with this application, add this rule, or add to existing rule. Okay, so if I click here, okay, now what option are there? Clone, create a clone rule, add this rule, or add to existing rule. Okay, these we can see. As an example, we will use create clone rule, which allow you to keep the original rule. Click on create clone rule and application. Okay, clone rule, application, and enter port to app rule and click OK. Port to app rule and click OK. Okay, so this is done basically. Now app scene has become 13. Okay, great. So go back to policy, security. Notice the port to app rule is added on the top. Okay, if I go here, not here, we need to go to the policy, go back to the policy, security. A new port to app rule is added on the top. Okay, policies, security, and where it is saying we need to go, so here port based policy, this rule is added basically. Here source is this, destination is this time application came here, not there, and this one is common port. So application we can upgrade it basically. Okay, done. Policy, security, port, this rule is added. Now enhance the security in the application based policy. Open the port to the app rule. We need to open this port to app rule, and then created in a previous task. Noted that the policy is identical with the original port based policy, so it has the same source and destination, and with added application selected through policy optimizer. Okay, so same thing. Now application is there and also common port is there, so a big difference is there right now as previously. So in application it is added. Okay, Done. Now what it is saying, remove common ports using the checkbox, delete application. Okay, remove common ports using the checkbox, delete application default will be selected. Okay, here and delete, not here, not here, not here, not here, here in common ports. Basically we need to go using the checkbox, delete, click on delete, application default will be selected by default. Okay, if we click on this and delete, application default will be selected by default. So basically we are upgrading the rule and greatly improve the security of this policy. From action tab, from the action tab, select profiles in profile setting. On the action tab, select profile in profile setting, and then select default, antivirus, vulnerability protection and anti-spyware. So profiles, antivirus, default, and afterwards vulnerability protection and anti-spyware. Vulnerability protection, default, and anti-spyware, default. So this we have selected, click on OK. Okay, this is done. Now move other policy. Now that you have started creating an application policy with an enhanced security protection, you can easily move other policy to this policy. Go to rules without app control. We'll again go here, without app control, and click on compare, click on compare, and then afterwards click on compared. Okay, note the app you choose Google base is no longer, yes, it is no longer there. DNS base and this policy apt-get, now we need to select. Now apt-get and DNS base, this we need to select. After selecting this, add to existing rule, and we need to select this rule. Okay, now add to existing rule, and add to existing rule, application, and select which one. This I need to select this port 2 app rule, what we have created, drop down list. And if an application dependent on other application, you will see in the dependent application section, you can choose whether you want to add those or not. So something was dependent, now these are dependent because DNS is dependent on DNS base, so let it be there. Click on OK, and this number should reduce. Now it is 11 basically, and now we need to commit. So we have changed our port based rule to application based rule. This is the best part of it. So over time you should be able to move all application that you want to allow and protect them using application based policy, and remove the unnecessary policy. You can use policy optimizer to create rule to block specific application if you have discovered unwanted application passing through the port based policy. So this option is very good, policy optimizer and rule without app control. Now let us move forward. Decryption, background. More and more traffic being encrypted with SSL by default. This makes difficult to allow and scan that traffic, yet blindly allow. It's very risky. Policy based SSL decryption allow you to decrypt application and apply the security policy, then re-encrypt and send traffic to its final destination. Policy consideration includes which application or web traffic to decrypt, and then applying the appropriate protection to prevent the malware propagation and data file transfer. So we will use decryption policy, we will use logging and reporting for verification, and add a new decryption policy to decrypt SSL certificate. First of all, we need to go to student desktop, and afterwards student desktop, UTD lab web server, lab bookmark activity 4. So this website looks legitimate, lab web server, let's download files from this site and see if the download is working or not. So here activity 4 UTD lab server and download. So what it is saying, you can download the system configuration file here. So now it is saying virus spyware download blocked. Okay, are you able to download the configuration file? The answer is no. The download should fail because the file is infected and the NGFW antivirus inspection has stopped the download. Try to download the full manual from the manual link. Okay, so let me close this. Full manual from the manual link. So where is manual? Here's the manual. So again the same thing is there. Are you able to download the file? The download should fail because it is infected. Again antivirus has stopped it basically. Mouse over the configuration file, secured hyperlink. So if I go here and in this secure hyperlink, what it is showing, it is showing not secure. Your connection to this site is not secure. Okay, and here we can see. So okay, this is done. Mouse over the configuration file, secure download hyperlink. Notice that the download is using HTTPS instead of HTTP. Okay, this is different. Mouse over the configuration file. Okay, let me go here. Mouse over the configuration file. So when I click here, now it is using HTTPS instead of HTTP. Yes, correct, it is using HTTPS because if I go here, this was HTTP. If I click here, now this is HTTPS. Now what is the problem? Are you able to download the configuration file? Try to download. Should succeed because the download channel is HTTPS encrypted. This browser will open the file and show you the content, and you cannot prevent what you cannot see. Okay, configuration file here. So we can see very easily. Okay, with the help of HTTPS configuration file.txt, and we are able to download it. Basically we can save it, and this is some sort of virus and it will come into our computer, and we can do a control S and we can very easily download it. Now what it is saying, add a new decryption policy. So from, let me go back again here. Now what we need to do, policy decryption. We need to go to policy, and in policy decryption. So in decryption there are some policies. Now what it is saying, add in the left hand corner. Click on add in the left hand corner. Okay, add. In the decryption policy rule, name UTD decryption 02 and select activity 04. Okay, here now activity 04, activity 04 in the tags. Okay, now what I need to do, click on the source and select LAN. Source, add LAN. In the destination, select WAN. In the destination, add, select WAN. This I have selected. And in service URL category, add unknown and private IP address URL category. But we need to add two things: unknown private IP address, unknown, it is not there in service category URL. In service category URL tab, add unknown. Okay, here it is saying in URL category we need to add. not here. So add unknown, and what else we need to add? We need to add private IP address. Add private IP address. These two things we need to add. We are using unknown and private. Lab server has not been classified by URL filtering. We are using unknown and private. Okay. Click on the option tabs. Click on the option tabs, and in decryption profile, options tab, click on the decryption profile drop down menu and select new decryption profile. Okay, and here click on new decryption profile. So now this page will open. In the decryption profile window, click the name and type profile name decrypt TLS 1.3. okay, decrypt TLS 1.3, decrypt TLS 1.3. Stop, I need to remove. Now what it is saying, click on SSL protocol setting. In protocol version, click on the max drop down version. So in protocols, now where's the protocols? So we need to go in SSL profile setting, and what I need to select, click on the max version and select this one. Click on the max version and select this one. Okay. Also, for websites don't support TLS 1.3, the firewall selects older version of TLS protocol that server support. Click OK to save decryption profile. Click OK to save decryption profile. Click OK to close the decryption profile rule. Your decryption policy should look similar below. Okay. So this is my profile what I have recently created, and this is looking like this only. We have added. Okay. Now what? Now we need to click on commit and commit. Now we will wait for the commit to be done. Now this is pushed basically. Now again we will go here and click on this configuration file. Let me refresh it. This policy should work. So this time I am trying to save. I am doing Control S. What it is saying, removed. So we can still see here because of cache, but when I'm trying to saving it, but it is saying removed. So it means my policy is working. Now let us go to next policy, next rule. From NGFW monitor logs and threat, and we have to type equal to virus. Here monitor logs threat, and here we need to type equal to virus. As you can see, this a clear text file, this is showing virus and we cannot download it. To view SSL activity in application command center, select the ACC tab. Select the ACC tab, and in the ACC tab, select the ACC tab, click on SSL activity. So we need to click on SSL activity. Now where is my SSL activity? Here, and there we can see, but we can see in SSL activity the amount of decrypted and non-decrypted traffic session by bytes. You will see more ACC near the end of this tab. Yes, we can see more ACC near the end of the tab. So this is encrypted and this is bytes basically. So this is how we can see recently, as you can see, it was there and now there's a jump like this. Okay, so we can see that. And also what it is saying, ACC tab, okay. Note the SSL activity widget will be in ACC tab, feature add to provide enhanced visibility, which enables you to troubleshoot decryption issues. So, great. Now again, if you go here and click on SSL activity, we can see here. So these details are basically given here. Great. Now post-quantum computing. Let us see what is the post-quantum computing. Now next activity is post-quantum computing. Background. Post-quantum security policy. Post-quantum technologies recommended post-quantum implementation in their infancy. As you plan for securing your asset in post-quantum computing world, this is important to understand as much as you can about post-quantum technologies, government and regulation mandates that affect your business and how transition to post-quantum VPN ciphers. The United States governments and governments around the world creating plan to address the quantum security threat posted by quantum computers and post-quantum cryptography. In addition, standard bodies such as National Institute of Standard and Technology and NIST and the Internet Engineering Task Force ITEF creating standard for post-quantum technologies and how to implement them. Post-quantum cryptography algorithm and hybrid PQC algorithm, classic PQC algorithm combined, are accessible through open source library and integrated to web browser and other technologies. Traffic encrypted by PQC or hybrid PQC algorithm cannot be decrypted yet, making this algorithm vulnerable to misuse. However, you can prevent the misuse of PQC and hybrid PQC algorithm and make informed decision by monitoring PQC activity on your network. Palo Alto network firewall detect, block, and log the use of PQC and the hybrid PQC algorithm TLS 1.3 session. This is done automatically based on the session in your decryption policy rule. Review your rule, update your decryption configuration as needed to get most visibility to PQC activity. These actions should be the part of your post-quantum migration planning and preparation strategy. In PanOS features decryption policy, logging and reporting verification. In this activity, detect and block unsanctioned PQC ciphers, detect PQC and force negotiation with classical algorithm. So in NGFW firewall, we have to go objects, decryption and decryption profile. So here we need to go it's very slow. So we need to go to objects and then we need to go to decryption and then we need to go to decryption profile. So here are some decryption profile we can see here. And open inspect PQC profile. Now here open inspect PQC profile. This profile they are saying to open, and then select the SSL protocol setting under the SSL decryption tab. Note that the max version is TLS 1.3. so here this is TLS 1.3, so we need to click on OK and the job is done basically. Navigate to policy decryption and open UTD inspect PQC. Policy decryption and UTD inspect PQC. Okay, and in the option tabs, see the action is set to no decrypt. In the option tabs, the section it is selected to no decrypt. Okay, no decrypt. The decryption profile is used using in the decryption profile what we have seen above, this one, the decryption profile, this one is used inspect PQC, that the log setting is logging both unsuccessful and successful handshake to provide more visibility for this activity. Now we need to click cancel on that. So as you can see, this is how this is using this PQC client and this destination. We can see details here basically. Okay, so As you can see here, it is using this inspect PQC decryption profile. Okay, you can see here. Now what we need to do here, now what it is saying, from policy security select the grayed out UTD inspect PQC. Okay, this grayed out UTD inspect PQC. Now this is not grayed out actually, so I don't know why it is not grayed out. Okay, so we need to enable it. So let us enable it, what it is showing. Okay, so let us enable it. Policy security, select the grayed out UTD inspect profile, click enable button bottom browser. Okay, we need to click enable. So we have clicked enable. Now what? Enable. Click the policy, open it, and from the action tab, group profile has been set to alert all. Okay, now we need to open it, and where it is saying from the actions tab, now we need to select the action tab. What we need to do, it is using this inspection profile, and what we need to do here, action tab, group profile has been set to alert all. Okay, it has been set to alert all. SSL forwarding log, this is log forwarding this decryption profile it is using. And so now we need to go to policies and security. In policy and security, select the grayed out UTD inspect PQC. Okay, this policy they are talking about, UTD inspect PQC. So we need to click here, and after clicking we need to first of all enable it. Now this is enabled, and now we need to click it and go to actions tab here, and action tab. Now this is showing me the alert all. Okay, now in action tab it is showing alert all. This group of security profile that will only log the threats might be triggered. Okay, now click on cancel and click commit. Okay, now we need to click on cancel, and then afterwards I will click commit, and I will come back after commit. Now what we need to do, we need to go to the desktop and launch the putty session. We can close this and launch the putty session. In putty session, enter 10.30.11.210. We need to 10.30.11.210. This we need to type 10.30.11.210. Leave port as 22 and log in with this credential, sysadmin, and password this one, sysadmin, and this password. So once login, what I need to do, we need to run this command .generate pqc.sh. So this file should be here ideally, as you can see. So we can do ./generate. Right, okay, this is gone. Let me refresh it. So I will run this command generate pqc.sh. So it will try to, what it will try to do basically, all series of curl command will run according to PQC aware server. The output of each connection will be showing PQC cipher that was negotiated. So we can see what is negotiated and what is not negotiated, and also the negotiation which was done and which was not done, that will basically show. Now NGFW UI, go to monitor and decryption. So here we need to go monitor, and in monitor, okay, we need to refresh it as well. So here decryption, Now in decryption, what it is saying, you can see the proxy type is no decrypt. So if we go here, so if we type about proxy type is no decrypt, as you can see here, so it is not doing the decryption basically. Okay, now scroll to the right and see additional column TLS version, and the connections was TLS 3.0. so if we go here, sorry, TLS 1.3, this is the version. Navigate to monitor threat and review the logs generated. Monitor threat and review the logs generated. Filter on the name of, we have to put this filter. Let me copy this filter and paste that filter here and run it. So let it run. I will come back once it is done. So as you can see, so these are type vulnerability intranet WAN, and this is showing SSL, and we are getting basically alert. Okay, so this they have given to us. Even though this traffic was not decrypted, the NGFW firewall able to provide visibility of use of post quantum ciphers. The action for is set for alert. This is the task. Now we have to block PQC. So to block PQC, we again need to go policy, decryption, UTD, inspect PQC. Policy, decryption, and in decryption, UTD, inspect PQC, and open the action tab and set it to decrypt. Okay, action tab, set it to decrypt. Okay, now this will be decrypted. Commit your changes, and student desktop again run the same command and then monitor the traffic. So I have done okay. Now I have done commit. Now I will again pause the video. Now let us see what happened. Again we will go here and again run the same script like this. So as you can see, we simply got that error. That's it. We are not able to run it because it is blocked. So now again go to NGFW, monitor traffic, and here NGFW monitor traffic, and again this filter we can remove, not required, and we can put a new filter, this one. So this is the new filter, ADDR.src. So this filter, let me run it. Okay, so I think we need to type it, so I will pause the window, I will type it, and I will come back again. So there was some syntax we have to type manually. So as you can see, initially it is showing action allow, but in session end policy deny, policy deny, policy deny, policy deny. So this we are getting basically, so it is denying basically. Monitor and decryption, monitor, and then we need to go to decryption, and in decryption we need to add this filter, add src, this one, the whole filter, monitor decryption, and we will add this one. We will run this. So I'm pausing it, or need not to pause. So as you can see, root status uninspected, it is not able to inspect it basically. So this we have got uninspected. So right in the error section here you might see a couple of error depending on PQC. So there will be a error section here, general TLS process error, client only, this one, general TLS process error. So this process error we are getting, and this PQC is not running basically. Force negotiating decryptable cipher. Okay, now we need to go to policy, decryption, and UTD renegotiate PQC. Policy, decryption, and UTD renegotiate PQC, and click enable. So this is disabled basically. Let us enable it. So I have enabled it. With the UTD negotiate PQC still selected, move up from the bottom bar and commit the changes. UTD renegotiate PQC. Move to the top. Okay, we need to move it to the top. So let us move it to the top. UTD renegotiate PQC. So we have moved it to the top, and also this the action should be no decrypt. Okay, let me see. The action is no decrypt. Great. So this is the policy, and if you want to see, you can check this policy, that what are the options basically selected here. Source, destination, URL, category, options, no decrypt. It is selected no decrypt, and this is on the top basically. Now what it is saying, commit the changes. Now we need to do the commit the changes. So commit. So I will pause the video. I will come back once it is done. So the commit is almost done. Now what I need to do, we need to go to my student PC and click on this icon. Okay, so this should be done. Yes, this is done. And my PC, click on this icon. Once click on this icon, what we need to type, click about config bookmark. Okay, now here is a bookmark, about config. So I have clicked on about config bookmark, and in about config bookmark we have to enter this we need to enter basically. So I have copied it, then enter this one, search, in the search preferences. Okay, in the search preferences basically we need to click this, and I think we need to hit enter. Name box, in the security TLS enable Kyber flag is set, which allows browser to negotiate with Kyber PQC cipher. Okay, it is showing true. Okay, now what it is saying, open a new tab and click on Cloudflare PQC bookmark. Open a new tab and Cloudflare PQC bookmark. So this is the bookmark, visitor, Cloudflare, and origin. Now you are using post quantum secure. So here it will say you are using post quantum secure. Okay, now exit the browser from NGFW, go to the policy decryption and UTD renegotiate POC. So let me close the browser and policies, and where we need to go, policy decryption UTD renegotiate PQC, policy decryption UTD renegotiate PQC, this one. And here what it is saying, on the options tab, decryption for action, we need to click on decrypt and commit. Okay, now here we need to decrypt and okay, and commit the changes. So let it happen. Now this is done. Let me close this. Again go here, open the browser and click on Cloudflare PQC. Now it is saying you are using this, which is non post quantum secure. Okay, so this option is now enabled. Now this is the end of the activity. Now let us move on to next activity, modern malware protection with AI power analysis. Background: modern malware has been shown highly evasive using techniques such as packing, encryption, fileless or memory only presence to bypass the traditional security defense. These advanced evasions methods have added the complexity in detecting new and sophisticated malware, rendering AV scanning and traditional sandbox solution are useless basically. Palo Alto Advanced Network Wildfire is the industry's largest cloud-based malware prevention engine that protects organizations from highly evasive threat using patent machine learning detection engines and enabling automatic protection across network cloud endpoints. Advanced wildfire analyze every known file or malicious intent, then distribute prevention in record time, 60 times faster than the nearest competitor. Very good. To reduce the risk of patient zero. So profile, what we are going to use: antivirus, spyware, file blocking, wildfire signature, logging and reporting. So this activity we will do: review existing wildfire analysis profile, add the wildfire analysis profile to existing security policy, and enable the wildfire in AI powered analysis. So policy security UTD policy 01. Now we need to go policy security, and afterwards UTD policy 01. My policy is here, UTD policy 01. In this UTD policy 01 actions tab, within the security policy rule pop-up, action tab within the security policy rule pop-up, drop down the menu next to the wildfire analysis. Okay, click OK to close the window. So where is the wildfire analysis? Like this. So we have to select this or not. In the profiling section, select the default from the drop down menu next to wildfire analysis. So we have to select default. So now we have select default. Click OK, and afterwards where we need to go, options security wildfire analysis. Then we need to go object security profiles and wildfire analysis. Object security profile here and wildfire analysis. So there is my default policy. Click the profile name default, then review the default wildfire analysis policy. Noted that the default policy, let me check. So this is the default policy. Noted that the default policy sends any file types from any application to wildfire. So okay, any application, any file types, it is sending to public cloud. So this option is there. So we can click cancel on it. Let me cancel on it. And then what it is saying, configure real-time update of wildfire signature to the Palo Alto PAN-OS support real-time retrieval of wildfire signature. That means when a new signature created, the signature content is streamed down to the firewall in single-digit second. This allows access to the signatures as soon as they are generated, greatly minimizing the windows in which malware can infiltrate the network. So we need to go on device and dynamic updates. So we need to go on device. Where is my device? Here a device and dynamic updates. So let it load. It take time, a lot more time. So now we will search dynamic update here basically. So here is the option that is called dynamic updates. So in dynamic updates, bottom, we need to click check now. Okay, we need to click check now. So I have clicked on check now. Now it is checking. It will take some time. I will come back once it is done. So it is done. Click on none manual next to schedule in wildfire section. So none manual in the wildfire section. Now what is this? Click next to schedule, click none manual next to schedule in wildfire section. We have done that. select real time from the drop down menu next to the recurrence. So next to the recurrence, and where is my real time? So if I go here now, if we click on that antivirus, it is saying me for antivirus. Okay, wildfire. We need to go on wildfire, 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 wildfire. Here's the wildfire, and click on none manual, and here real time. Okay, and then I will commit, and I will come back once the commit is done. Meanwhile this is happening, we need to go to student desktop and wildfire test bookmark and activity 6 folder. So in my student, on this browser, not this one, we need to close this and this browser, and here let me check whether the policy is pushed or not. It is done. Where we need to go? We need to go on activity 6 and wildfire test file. Okay, activity 6 and wildfire test file. So this type of can harm your computer. Okay, I have clicked here. The browser will automatically download wildfire pretext file. Check your download folder to confirm the download. Okay, note that this 0-day sample changes every time it is downloaded, and it should bypass most antivirus scan. So let me see, I have clicked on the correct link. Okay, so we got this file. Basically from where we got this file, activity 6 and wildfire test file. Okay, good. So now we got this file. The browser automatically download this file. Check your download folder, confirm. Yes, it is downloaded. So it is confirmed, it is in my download folder. We can see here as well. Now review the wildfire analysis result. To review the verdict that has been sent to wildfire, go back to the firewall GUI, navigate monitor wildfire submission, monitor, and in monitor we need to go on wildfire submission. So here is my wildfire submission. So what it is saying now, what it's saying, wildfire submission, review the result from the wildfire service. It may take about 5 to 10 minutes for the wildfire submission log to appear. So right now it is not appearing, but it will take time. We will check on later, and we will move on. We can move on next lab. And when you see the entry, click details icon on the top log entry log info tab. Then you can view the basic info of the file and the application that carries that file. So right now it is not there because we have to wait. It is simply saying we have to wait, and it is continuously rotating. So we can skip this step. Now we know this has been done. Now we will go to the next section, task number 5. So next activity is enable wildfire inline AI power analysis. So powered by threat model, continuously homed, and so you can read this because I will attach the file. So basically we are enable wildfire inline AI powered analysis, navigate object security profile and antivirus. So object security profile and antivirus, then click on UTD-AV01 profile, UTD-AV01 profile. Okay, let me click on this, and what it is saying, basically click on wildfire inline ML tab, wildfire inline ML tab. Okay, change the window executable settings from disable to enable. Change the Windows executable. So we need to search, I think, window executable, this one. So this is disable. So we need to enable this, disable for all products. So now what it is saying, okay, disable to enable. So we need to select the first option here. So right now if you can see, okay, it's more big, it is disable. We need to enable it, basically, as you can see. Okay, from disable to enable. So we need to do or disable to enable. So in disable, enable inherit pre-protocol actions. This is alert only, disable. No, we will enable it. Enable. Okay, done. In addition to Windows executable, there are machines learning model for PowerShell, Linux, ELF, and Microsoft Office and all script. While file, inline ML file, and line speed block malware variant from portable executable. So this basically it can do. So we can click on OK. So once OK is done, so this is my antivirus profile, and this is default, and this is the new what have been created. Commit all changes, close once the complete button it is done. So let me commit it, and I'm pausing again the video. Now my task 6, test and review Wi-Fi inline AI power analysis. From student desktop, Wi-Fi inline ML test file, we need to go on bookmark and activity 6 folder. So as soon as the Wi-Fi inline ML detects that the thread connection is reset and download fails, you will notice that download will stall and eventually time out. So we need to again go here and activity 6 Wi-Fi test file. So if I click on keep, so network error, as you can see now we are not able to download this. So this is the policy what has been enabled, and it has stopped the malware basically. Now from NGFW, monitor logs threat. Okay, so monitors log threat, monitor logs and threat. Now in threat, what it is saying, note that the ML virus is listed under type. Okay, now as you can see the ML virus is listed under the type. So where we need to go, monitor logs threat ML virus, it is not listed till now. As you know basically this is slow. That is the biggest problem. So let me refresh it once again. So that ML virus is not showing in here. As you can know, it takes time sometime the policy to come. Okay, I think I have put this one, so I need to remove this filter. So let it load. Now we can see the ML virus. So if we click on ML virus, what it is saying, click on the glass icon to open the detailed log view. So this glass icon we need to click. Now it is giving me the detailed log view, that how it is blocked the ML virus, source, user, destination, and everything basically, whatever net we have used. So this all information we have got, and this has been dropped. Now this is done. Now we will move to the next activity. So AI power advanced URL filtering. So Pan OS feature URL filtering, category match, logging and reporting for verification, modify the behavior of URL filtering functionality. We need to go object security policies and URL filtering. So where we need to go, we need to go objects, security policies, and we need to go, object security profiles and URL filtering. Object security profiles, this is here, and URL filtering. Now in URL filtering, search the gambling category, then change the site access from alert to continue. Okay, now where is gambling? Where is gambling? So what it is saying, okay, click on UTD URL filtering 01, this one, and from here what we need to do, search gambling in category. So we need to search gambling in category. So let us search gambling. So let us search gambling. So we have searched gambling in category, site access from alert to continue, site access from alert to continue. Okay, this we have done. The continue action prompts the user with a response page indicating that the site has been blocked due to company policy. The user is prompted the option to continue with the website. And to continue the action, improve user experience by giving them option to continue if they feel the site is incorrectly categorized. Note that you have option to control user credential submission is allowed as pan OS credential prevention failure. We will not dive into in this lab. Please talk to your instructor. So this one is different basically. Now again, this we have done basically. So this is good. Continue, we have done continue. Now what it is saying, search high risk category. Okay, let me search high risk category here, HIGH, high and risk category. So let me search high risk category. So this is high risk category, and change site access and user credential submission to continue. From allow, sorry, what we need to select, high risk category, site access and user credential submission to continue. We need to click user selection, continue. So it will ask basically for credentials to continue. Search for newly registered domain. So let me search for newly registered domain. This is good. So we need to search for newly registered domain, NEWLY, newly, REGISTERED. So it should search actually. So newly registered domain, then site access, user credential, submit to alert. Now what is, then change site access and user credential submission to alert. So we need to click on alert here. Right now it is allow. We need to click on alert and we need to click on alert. So we have done that. Apply URL filtering security policy. Okay, then first of all click on OK. Now just this job is done. Some more thing it is saying, click on OK. The best practice URL UTD URL filter 01 policy has block for the following URL: malware, phishing, command and control, proxy avoidance, and explicit allow and block list can be configured in the URL filtering policy. To see who pre-configured and allow block list, go to objects, custom table and URL category. Okay, so object, custom table. So here is custom objects and URL category. So as you can see here, what it is saying that here you can define your own custom URL list as well, and you can add it. For example, this block UTD URL filter URL list. Okay, so let me remove this. Let me cancel this. So you can also add your custom URL list and you can allow and deny as per your requirement. So it's up to you. Okay, now this category is block UTD URL filter 01. So they are blocking something. So let me cancel it. Now what it is saying, so three are there basically, as you can see, this one, this one and this one, and this is basically, you can say, manually created. Now policy security UTD policy 01, policy security, and then we will be able to see UTD policy 01. So this is my UTD policy 01, and the security policy rule window, security policy rule window in actions, security policy rule window, what it is saying. So in action tab pop-up, in the profile settings, select the UTD URL filter 01. So UTD URL filter 01, this we need to select the new one basically, and then OK, and then click commit. So OK, and then click commit. So once commit is done, I will come back. Now what we need to go, we need to go to student desktop, bookmark activity 7 and gambling tab. Still it is pushing. You can go bookmark activity 7 and gambling, but let it push 100% so that we can test it. It should take few seconds. I'm pausing again. It's done. So now here activity 7 and gambling. So web page blog, as you can see. And what else it is saying, click continue to proceed to see the website. Okay, click continue to proceed to see the website. So I am closing this, continue. So website has opened. Now what we will do, from NGFW monitor logs URL filtering, monitors logs URL, and afterwards we need to go monitor logs, and then URL filtering we need to go, basically this one, URL filtering. So the block continues. We should get this kind of message, the block continue. As you can see, we have seen block continue for this gambling website. So here we can see that user is trying to access what and what not. Now configure local, this is task number 4, configure local inline ML analysis. You can now prevent malicious variants of JavaScript exploits, phishing attacks, embedded web apps from entering your network using machine learning. So let us see object security profile URL filtering, object security profile and URL filtering. Now we need to click on UTD URL filter 01, UTD URL filter 01, and afterwards UTD URL filtering, this one. In profile, click the inline categorization tab. So here will be my inline categorization tab, and what I need to do, enable local inline categorization. So what it will do, it will use machine learning to detect, analyze malicious content by evaluating various web page detail to formulate high portability classification file to protect extend currently unknown as well future variants set that match category. So we need to click on enable local inline categorization. So we will click on enable local inline categorization, OK, and then commit. So we will do OK and then commit. So once the commit is done, and we come back. Meanwhile, I'm pausing. So the commit is done. Now let us test it. Student desktop activity 7, lab bookmark activity 7, click on advanced URL filtering inline. Okay, student desktop again. This is the student desktop, lab bookmark activity 7 and advanced URL filtering inline local. Okay, so this I have got. Basically we have to click here where advanced URL filtering inline local bookmark from, so it opened, but you can see, or let me close and open browser once again, lab bookmarks activity 7 advanced filtering local. So it is showing website blog, and then let me try to continue it. So it is showing phishing and there is no option to continue. So there is no option to continue basically because we haven't defined, because it is high risk, and even I am not getting the option to continue as well. So if I refresh it, no, so this is phishing, so category phishing, even I am not getting the option to continue because continue option I think was not defined there for this bookmark basically. Okay, because it is high risk. Okay, now this page will start to display advanced URL filtering inline ML. Initially it opened, as you can see, engine detects and content has been phishing site, the connection is reset. So connection will reset basically. Initially it opened, we can see now connection is reset. Now NGFW monitor logs URL filtering, monitor logs URL filtering. So let the page refresh So as you can see, this phishing, these kind of web browsing, block, these kind of alert are coming basically. So this is done, and we can click on this glass icon to see the advanced thing, that what is blocked, how is blocked, what is the user, what has been done there basically. Let us review the sessions of event happened. The user went to URL categorized high risk, he clicked on continue and phishing, and it was blocked partially. We have seen that. Now configure and test cloud inline ML analysis. You can now prevent malicious variants of JavaScript, phishing and web pages from entering your network on the firewall data plane. Filtering inline dynamically analysis detect malicious containers by evaluating various web page detail to format high probability classification of file. This protection extend currently unknown as well as future variants. Now this time we will do cloud inline analysis, not local. So object security URL filtering. So we will go object security URL filtering. In URL filtering we need to click on UTD URL filter 01, UTD URL filter 01. In UTD URL filter 01 we need to change inline categorization tab to enable what it is saying, and click the inline categorization tab and click to enable cloud inline. Now this time we need to go here, and cloud inline we also need to enable, and click on OK, and then click on commit. OK and click on commit. So it's about to done. Now we need to go here and okay, let me close this. This is not required. So now we need to go here, where activity 7, and this time we need to click on this cloud one, and let us see what happened. The policy is pushed. It's better to close it and open again. Lab bookmark, activity 7, and this one cloud one. So the connection is initially it show reset, now it is showing malware and it is blocked. We need to again go to monitor logs URL filtering, monitor logs URL filtering. So let the log populate. So the log has been populated. As you can see, it is blocked, basically blocked URL, and if we click on here, then we will be able to see that why it is blocked, what policy, this policy has been pushed, and log action forward to Cortex data lake. So this time it is also sending logs to Cortex as well, database, and it is blocked basically, and it is showing why it is blocked and all the reason it is showing basically. So we can close this. So request, as you can see here, if you click here and if you scroll down, you can also create an exception if you want to allow, but I won't say do this, and request categorization change. So from here you can do the categorization change as well. Okay, you can click on action is blocked, scroll down details, inline categorization verdict indicate that the URL was determined to malicious. Okay, now external dynamic list hosting service, this is very important. Now what is EDL, how it is works? Somewhere software as a service provide publish a list of IP address, URL and destination and endpoints for SaaS applications. SaaS provides frequently update SaaS application destination endpoint list and supports to grow service expand. This requires you to manually monitor SaaS application endpoint for changes, manually update your policy configuration to ensure the connectivity to see the critical SaaS application setup, or external tool to monitor update your EDLs. So external dynamic list hosting service, how it works we will see. Configure EDL using EDL hosting service maintained by Palo Alto network. Ease to operational burden of maintaining EDL of SaaS application. The EDL hosting service provide publicly available feed URL SaaS application endpoint published on the SaaS application provider, leveraging a feed URL as source in EDL allow dynamic enforcement. So this is basically for dynamic enforcement for SaaS application without the need of you to host and maintain your own EDL. So now we need to go on objects and external dynamic list. So we can close this, and we need to go on where objects, and in objects we need to go on external dynamic. So where is that? Here is my external dynamic list. So what it is saying, go to object external dynamic list. Note that the number of predefined built-in EDL are present. You may review the description field for each of them. So as you can see, Palo Alto network exit IP address, these are the list. Palo Alto network authentication portal, this EDL for Microsoft, okay, because that this needs to be allowed basically. Okay, click on EDL Microsoft 365 URLs. So let us click on Microsoft EDL 365 URLs. So what it is saying, the this particular free URL is for Microsoft 365 worldwide URL endpoints, and you can click here and you will be able to find a new web page open. So these are Microsoft URL basically. You can check what are in there in this EDL, so you can learn it from here as well. And if you see here, so this is for Microsoft, so this is source basically, and from here it is getting all the details that from here, that which Microsoft URL we need to allow, and which need to be permitted. So we can click on cancel. Now where we need to go, policy security UTD policy 00. Okay, let me go to policy security, and in security UTD policy 00. So slow. Now what it is saying, click service URL category tab, then add, we need to go on service URL category, and in URL category tab basically, okay, URL category, select the EDL Microsoft 365 list. Okay, so add this one, we need to add because we need to allow this basically. Click on OK and commit and close, we need to do it. So okay, I will do commit and close. Commit, close is done, commit, and I will again pause the screen. So commit is almost done. Now we need to go again on objects, external dynamic list, and EDL, and select the list, select the list entry and exception. So I think it should be pushed till now. We can go to again objects, and here what is called this dynamic list, this EDL. We can close this, give me 1 minute, cancel, close. So what we need to do, we need to objects external dynamic list, open EDL Microsoft 365 URL list again. So URL list again, we need to click here, and afterwards list entry and exceptions. Now you can see here what are the entries there which are basically allowed. So too many entries. So from where it is coming, it is coming from here basically. Okay, so you can see now it is allowed, and even you can test a source URL as well, it's up to you. So let me cancel this, and this activity has been done. Now we'll move to the next activity. Now global protect safely enable mobile devices. Whether checking email from home, updating corporate documents from airport, majority of the today employees work outside the physical corporate business. The workforce mobility increases productivity and flexibility with the simultaneously introducing significant security risk. Every time user leave the building, their laptop or smartphone, they are bypassing the corporate firewall associated policy that designed to protect both user and network. Global Protect solve the security challenges introduced by roaming user by extending the same next generation firewall based policy that are enforced within the physical perimeter to all users. So which feature we are going to use? Global Protect portal and gateway, Global Protect client application. So this activity, complete the Global Protect configuration in the lab environment to allow Global Protect clients to connect to the Global Protect gateway. Use the Global Protect client application to connect Global Protect gateway and verify the traffic as that is being protected by AI power NGFW. So we need to go NGFW, and network, global protect and portals. So here network and global protect and portals. So I have clicked here, so this has been configured here. Now we need to click on UTD GP portal. So I will click UTD GP portal. So this is open right now. Now what it is saying, so this is global protect configuration window, what you can see here. Okay, select the agent tab on the left hand side and click UTD GP portal client CFG. So we need to click on agent and here UTD GP portal client CFG. So this I have opened here. Now in config window, go to external tab. In config window, now we need to go to the external tab. So here is my external tab. Now in external tab, notice the address field in the external gateway section. In our lab, NGFW eth 1x1 interface IP address is configured and as an external gateway. So this, from here my connections are going outside basically. Click cancel and go back to portal page. Okay, click cancel and we are again back to portal page. Okay, now network global protect gateways. From click network global protect gateways. So network global protect and gateways. Okay, network global protect and gateways. Okay, this one, network global protect and gateways. Now what it is saying, click on UTD GPGW. We need to click on UTD GPGW and here to open global protect gateway configuration window and select the authentication tab on the left hand side of the window. So authentication tab we can see here, and what it is saying, notice block login for quarantine devices check block is enabled. So this is enabled, quarantine which is not passing your organization policies. Enabled. This setting will block the global protect user attempting to connect the global protect gateway if the user device is identified as compromised. Click cancel. We can click on cancel here. Okay, now login to global protect from mobile PC. So click on mobile PC global protect at the top of the mobile PC console. So we will go here and there will be mobile PC. So it will connect to mobile PC. It has connected. Now what we need to do, open the Chrome browser and use gambling bookmark and you should be able to connect. So if I go here, open the Chrome, it is taking time, and gambling bookmark. So now I am able to open this. So gambling bookmark is opening basically because we are not going to my firewall basically. And now click on global protect and global protect IP 172.168.1.1. And afterwards we need to click on sign in and JOE, and this password we need to give JOE, and password, this password we need to give, and I think we should click on connect. So it is connecting now. Okay, and then we can also see, we will get a message here, your system meets your organization requirement. And now if I click on global protect and if I click on this icon and click on settings, so I am going through here, assigned up this IP address is assigned to me, and these all things we can view from here basically. Now check your internet connectivity in mobile PC global protect by selecting the gambling bookmark again. So let me open the Chrome again and open the gambling bookmark here. So it is blocked now. Now if you want to proceed, you can proceed. It will create you should see the block page, okay, like this. So review the logs on the VM series firewall. So to view the mobile PC global protect VPN connection VM series firewall log, go to NGFW, monitor logs and global protect. We need to go to monitor logs and global protect. So here we should be able to see the logs. As you can see, these are the logs basically, and this Joey user has login. You can see that this user has been logged into my system. Okay, so Joey user, this traffic is demonstrated that the traffic from mobile PC global protect is now protected by the firewall. Note, in the firewall policy, in case UTD policy 04 can be modified to safely enable necessary application for remote user. Now again, go to network global protect and gateways and click remote user. Network global protect gateways and click remote user. Okay, now here and click remote user, link under info column user information. Okay, so where it is saying, okay, understood. Now I got that. Here remote users. So as you can see, Joey login is showing here basically, and so this information is here. So this window is here, and in current user information window, notice that the global protect client is mobile PC can collect this information as a computer name. Everything basically I have get from here, that the client information basically. Okay, enable identification and quarantine of composite devices. Global protect can block compromised device from your network. Global protect identifies a compromised device with its host ID and serial number instead of source IP address. In this task, we will show you how you can enable host ID in traffic and threat log to auto quarantine the compromised devices. So we need to go to policy security. Okay, to add host ID information, traffic and threat log, navigate to policy and security. Let us close it. Policy and security, and we need to go on the policy UTD policy 04. So UTD policy 04, this is my UTD policy 04, and select the action tab. Okay, now we need to go to the action tab, and action tab, click the drop down menu next to log forwarding. So click the drop down next to log forwarding. So here is log forwarding, and then select the GP auto quarantine profile. Log forwarding, GP auto quarantine profile. So this profile we have selected. Click on OK and commit. OK and commit. I will again pause the window for a while. So this is happening. Now what it is saying basically, now commit, click close, one commit has been completed. Now it is saying that take a look, UTD GP quarantine deny policy source tab. Okay, let me check. So this is done. Okay, not here basically where it is saying. So what it is saying, this one policy, I think this is saying, so UTD GP quarantine deny. So we need to check source here. So what it is saying, policy source tab, the source device field is configured to quarantine. This configuration is required to add host ID information to select the traffic and the threat logs basically. So if we click on source tab and they have selected the quarantine source device. So what is the use of this? Is configured to quarantine. This configuration requires to add the host ID information. So this will add host ID information to the traffic and threat log. So click on cancel. So source is this, destination you can see WAN, application is not that. So basic use is that if you see this policy, so for GPVPN, this zone, we are using quarantine. So, and what it will do basically, it has saying that it is saying that that this configuration required to add host ID information to the traffic and threat log. If it is not enabled, then you will not get the host ID information. Click on cancel. Now select mobile PC, select the mobile PC Global Protect tab, open a new browser and trigger threat from the bookmarks. Okay, we will go here and threat trigger from the bookmark, and what it is showing, user not found, bookmark. The trigger threat will not work, eventually will time out. Okay, now wait for some time and check Global Protect connection status. Access to the network from this device has been restricted as per your organization security policy. Please contact your IT administrator. So this sort of error, if you do this thing, threat trigger, you will do again and again. So you will get this message in your Global Protect sometime. Okay, right now it is connected, but you will get a message. So what it is saying, wait for a short time. So I will not wait for a short time, so that short time will be higher and my lab is about to finish. So this message we will get basically. Okay, now what will happen, close the browser. Now let us take a look why the mobile PC is quarantined. Basically right now it is not quarantined, it is connected, because it will take some time. Okay, but let us move forward. See, we have got the the screenshot. So access to the network from this device has been restricted as per your organization policy. Please contact your IT administrator, and my Global Protect has been disconnected basically. So why this happened? Okay, now review the logs, object log forwarding, and click on GP auto quarantine. So object, in object we need to go on log forwarding. So there will be some option log forwarding. So here is the option log forwarding. In log forwarding, where we need to go, GP auto quarantine. So here is the option GP auto quarantine. So as we can see, this policy has been configured. Okay, click cancel and close log forwarding profile window. To view the list of devices added in quarantine, click on device and device quarantine. So cancel. Now we need to click on device and device quarantine. We need to click on device, and there should be option of device quarantine should be there. So what it is saying, okay, to view the list of okay, device quarantine, there's an option separately that is called device quarantine, not this option basically. So we need to basically go here, device and device quarantine. Here is the device quarantine, and we will be able to see what device has been quarantined. This is a virtual machine and username is Joe, which is quarantine. Okay, now this is good. To remove the device from quarantine list, checkbox and delete and click yes. Okay, now checkbox and delete and yes. So this has been done. No commit is required to delete the device from quarantine. Now take a look at monitor logs Global Protect. Not here, monitor logs Global Protect. So as you can see, this quarantine, the device is quarantined and now we have deleted the quarantine. So now again, if you go to the PC and click connect, then we will be able to connect it basically, because the quarantine has been removed. Now next task is configure the host information profile. This is most important. So one of the jobs of the Global Protect app is to collect information about the host is running on, then submit this host information to the Global Protect gateway. Upon successful connection, the gateway matches this raw host information submitted by the app against HIP objects, okay, host information profile and HIP profile that you have defined. If it finds a match, it generates an entry in HIP match log. Additionally, if it finds HIP profile match in a policy rule, it enforces corresponding security policy. So we need to go to object global protect and HIP profile. So object global protect and HIP profile. So let it open. Object global protect and HIP profile. Right now there's no HIP profile. Okay, so there should be two HIP profiles. So I don't know why. Let us wait for some time. So okay, HIP objects, not HIP profile. So this is HIP objects, HP Windows, okay, and criteria is OS contain Microsoft all, and HP anti-malware, real-time protection, yes, is installed, yes. Okay, now the HIP window and the HIP anti-malware profile have been created to check the host system running Windows and the Microsoft Defender is installed, a real-time protection is enabled. So it will check basically Defender is installed and your real-time protection is enabled. If it is not enabled, okay, then obviously it will not let you connect. So many feature it will check. Basically it will check from Windows registry, okay. So what feature patch management is done on, you can do posturing basically, okay, firewall is enabled or not. So this kind of thing you can check, okay, data loss prevention, anti-malware is enabled or not. So this is the profile basically. So what it is saying, so have been checked the host system and that Microsoft Defender is installed and real-time protection is enabled. Now we need to go objects global protect HIP profile and add. So see, these options are there basically, okay. So now we need to go HIP profile and add. What we need to add now, add HIP profile and AV check for the name field. So name field, HIP profile and AV check, plus add match criteria, select HIP Windows and HIP anti-malware. So we need to click on add HIP Windows and HIP Windows and HIP, but it's not adding. Give me 1 minute, let me check. So you need to double click on it. So HIP Windows and HIP anti-malware, that has been added. Click on OK, and then we need to go to network global protect and gateways. Network global protect and gateways. Now what we need to do, open UTD-GPGW and select the agent console. Click here and select the agent console, and in agent console click on HIP notification tab. So there will be HIP notification tab. So this is HIP notification tab, and now check HIP Windows. This use HIP Windows HIP object when you initially connect to global protect. This it is talking about basically this one, okay. HIP Windows, click HIP Windows. This use HIP Windows HIP objects. Click HIP Windows. This use HIP Windows HIP objects when you initially connect to Global Protect. From the host information drop down, select the HIP Windows and AV check. So now from the drop down, basically, now where is the drop down? So here I need to check. Now we need to select which we need to select. We need to select HIP Windows and AV check. This we need to select. So enter HIP Windows and AV check. Okay, so I have created the wrong name basically, so we can correct it. So no problem, name doesn't give any problem. So HIP Windows and AV check what I have created, or we can go back and we can give the correct name. We can give here and remove this enter. So that is a problem I have done. Okay, and network gateways here and not here basically, and we need to go to agent, HIP notification, HIP Windows, and now it is coming correct, and click on OK, click on OK. So this has been done. Okay, now go to policy security and UTD policy 04. Now we need to go to policy security and UTD policy 04. Where is my UTD policy 04? Here is my UTD policy 04. Now in my UTD policy 04, source will be your source device, that is GPVPN, and select HIP Windows and AV check from source device. So here source, and here where now here GAVPN source Windows, we need to go source Windows and add HIP Windows and AV check. So this we need to select basically from here and committable changes. Okay, and commit. So let the commit complete. I will come back once this commit has been done. Now we have to test it. Again we need to go to my mobile PC, and this mobile PC, let me close this. What I need to do basically, and from Windows security we will disable real-time protection. Okay, so what I will do, this is pushed, we will click here and virus and threat protection, and afterwards virus and threat protection manage setting, and we will disable real-time protection. Yes, so real-time protection has been disabled. Now it will give us the warning. Okay, now let us try to connect to the global protect. So click here, connect. So it is trying to connect best available gateway. So it is giving me error, your system does not meet your organization requirements. So basically what it is show that you are not following the good policy, but it is showing connected. Now let us see what happens basically in this case. Okay, now try to open google.com. So if now I try to open google.com here in my mobile PC. Okay, so google.com. So google.com will not open. So what we need to do basically, okay, now launch Google bookmark. So that Google will not open even if we click on this Google News as well. So nothing will happen basically. So it will not open. Now return to the Windows setting and re-enable this protection. Let me close it. Setting and re-enable this protection. So now protection is re-enabled. Now what it is saying, we should get this message, and then if you try to open Google News, it will definitely open. So we need to wait for this message, although it is connected to best available gateway. So let me try to open, because this message take time basically. Okay, you meet system, your system meets your organization requirement. So if we click on Google News, this time my Google News will open. So this activity has been done. We will move to the next activity. Now control application usage with user ID. Understanding which users are related to which traffic your network is more useful than just knowing ports and IP address. Visibility and reporting based on user is more intuitive, and policies expressed in the terms of user or groups uh, are better match for expressing business relevant security policy. You will create a security policy using user ID. In this activity, you must successfully complete activity 7 that has been completed. Create a security policy using user ID. Okay, we will create a security policy using Global Protect to validate the security setting. Create a security policy to re-enable application-based user ID. Ensure that the access to the application is determined by individual user ID, even when multiple users log in from the same system. So from Global Protect system, we need to go on SSH and try to connect this. So this is my Global Protect system. Let me close this. Let me close this as well. And let us try to connect this one. So it is opening now. So let us see what is happening. Now from NGFW monitor logs traffic. Okay, now we will go to NGFW monitor logs traffic, and in monitor logs traffic you should be able to see that the traffic or on port 22 has been dropped. So yes, I can see. Okay, I think some filter is there. Let me remove this filter. So I have removed this filter, and we can see this port 22 has been dropped. As you can see, this is coming and this is denied basically. So enable the application based on user ID. So we need to go on policy, security, UTD policy 5 and click enable the policy. So policy, security, UTD policy 5. Where is UTD policy 5? And we need to enable it basically. We have enabled it. So this policy has been enabled. Now click on policy. We need to click on policy, UTD policy 5, and user Joe is here, as you can see. Now what it is saying, source tab and only user Joe is there. So source tab and only user Joe is there, or Joe you can say. In application tab, if we go, ping and SSH is allowed. Let me see it is allowed or not. First of all, ping and SSH. Check the application default setting in the service category URL. Application default setting service category URL, and this is application default. Okay, application default. You can check the application default setting in the service category URL. Click to commit changes. So now click on OK, and now I will click on commit. Before that, let me close this. And we need to do commit. I'm again pausing the video. I will come back once it is done. Now the policy seems to be pushed. Now what it is saying, then again go there and then type student and UTD 135. So the policy is pushed. We'll go there and click here and here, accept student, STUDENT, enter and paste the password. So I'm able to log in. So this is done. We can exit from here. Now what it is saying, sign out from the Global Protect and connect with new user. The new user name is Peter. So let me disconnect from here, disconnect, what is why you need disconnect. Okay, any reason we need to give disconnect. Again connect, so it is going to same user. So it is going to same user Joey. So what we need to do, and click on global protect. First of all, click sign out. So click on global protect and click on disconnect or sign out, whatever we want. Okay, disconnect, and what it is saying now, sign out. Now go to global protect window, click on sign out button in the lower left corner, click OK and remove user credential window. Okay. So we need to do like that. So let me connect it once again. So how we need to do here, right click and setting, and afterwards sign out. The action will clear the credential from global protect. Okay, clear, no problem. Now again I want to connect, so this time the username is Peter and password is UTD135. Okay, UTD135. So this time Peter, Peter, and password is UTD135. So I'm connecting now here. Now if we try it now, use the putty to reconnect the SSL server, you see the connection is denied because it was allowed for Joe, not for Peter. And we can review the logs as well if we want. So it is done. You can click here, SSH server. So I am not able to connect. If I go to log again, monitor, and this time it will show me that okay, Peter is not allowed. As you can see, not applicable, denied. So this we have seen. Now let us see what is the next lab basically. Global protect clientless VPN. So let us work on this activity. Now here we will configure clientless VPN. We need to go network, global protect and portals. So we will go, then let us close this as well. Network, global protect and portals. So right now this portal is there. So now what I need to do, click on UTD-GP portal. UTD-GP portal. Now what we need to do, click clientless VPN and then the general tab. Now clientless VPN and then the general tab. Now what I need to do, host name is this, general tab, activate the clientless VPN checkbox. This is the IP, host name, this one, and security zone, select LAN from the drop down list. Security zone, select LAN from the drop down list, and select LAN from drop down list. DNS proxy, select Google public DNS. DNS proxy, we can select Google public DNS and Google public DNS. Login lifetime 3 hours. Login lifetime how much? 3 hours. Okay, and inactivity timeouts 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Also this should look like this. Continue to the application tab. Now we need to go to application tab, and in application tab click the add button. Click the add button and add button. Okay, now click the add button. Configure the application to user mapping windows with the following. Application to user, application to, what is the name? Name SSL portal apps. SSL portal apps, this is the name. user group any, user group any, it is already selected, and application, click add, and in add, bottom to add this application, so we need to click add at the bottom of left this application. So what we need to select basically here, click add at the bottom left to add these applications: Google Docs, Intranet, and Office 365. So all three we need to select: Google Docs, Intranet, and Office 365. So this we need to select, click OK, and then commit. Click OK, OK, and commit. So let us wait for some time. So it's about to do. Now we need to go mobile PC clientless VPN. Now here we need to go mobile PC and clientless VPN. So it is connecting to my virtual machine, and now it is connected. Now we need to go here and click on global protect bookmark. So let me open this. Click here. Once click here, let it open. Then global protect portal, advanced, proceed, and what we need to give here, we need to give here Joey and UTD 135. We need to click Joey, JOE, and UTD 135, and now login. So it is trying to log in. So test the application by clicking on intranet icon. Okay, so the web application should open. Please notice the URL showing that the correct client VPN hostname. So let it open. So I'm pausing the, okay, so it's open. So I have clicked on intranet and this page has been opened and it worked. Now what we need to do, review the logs on VM firewall, monitor logs, global protect. Monitor logs, and where's global protect? Here's global protect. And let me close this as well. So as you can see, a login is there. There should be Joey. This Joey login is there, as you can see. And this is local database, and this is success, and this is clientless VPN login. It is clear cut showing this is clientless VPN login. So this is the end of the activity. Now the last one is ACC custom reports. Now we will work on that. Now we need to check this application command center. So first of all, NGFW, click ACC tab. So NGFW, click ACC tab. Now in ACC tab, the ACC is configured to automatically show data collected in the last hour. Change the time range to 6 hours in the time drop down. So we need to change from last hour to 6 hours. Now we will get the 6 hour data basically. So there are 6 predefined tabs: network activity, threat activity, blocked activity, tunnel activity, global protect activity, SSL activity. Now under the network activity tab, so where is my network activity tab? So there are different tabs: application activity, this activity, this activity, lot more activities are there. So under my network activity tab, now where is my network activity tab? So network activity, most used applications in application usage widget. So application usage widget, as you can see, web browsing, SSL, everything you can see here. Please take a moment to review other widgets such as user activity, source IP activity. So this we can do without any problem. In application users widget, click any tile to zoom in a group of application or a single application, clicking the general internet category on the networking category. So in the networking category, So here is general internet. So internet. So general internet should open. So this is my general internet. As soon as click on general internet, we can see web browsing, boxnet based, what are majorly used basically. Okay, so these are the thing. Now the section in the widget applies to specific widget. Mouse over the app category general internet section and add a global filter. So now we need to add the global filter. So here I want to show, for example, we can delete this application users tab. Okay, now how we can add that application users tab again? So we can click on plus and add widget. You can select anything. As you can see, application usage, blog content, blog thread, anything we can use. I will add application usage and I will give a name application usage. So application usage, and we can also uh, create it as a group as well. Click on here. So now we will get the application usage. So in this way you can create any kind of widget, you can add a global filter, you can user activity, anything basically you can do. Now SaaS activity, SaaS application usage report. So monitor PDF report SaaS application usage. So monitor, and in monitor now we have to check the PDF report. Now where is my PDF report? Here is my PDF report, and in PDF report what it is saying, SaaS application usage. So SaaS applications usage. So I have clicked on SaaS application usage. So right now I think nothing is there. We can click add and we can click on SaaS application usage. We can click add. Name is SaaS application usage. Name the report as SaaS app usage report, and that SaaS application. But this is SaaS app usage report, and in the last 7 days I can click on OK. We have to click on run now or what? You should see new integrated. Click to open it and run now. So first of all, OK. Once we have done OK, we can click it and we can click it run now, so that it can generate the report. So it is running. Let it run and let me see. It will take a bit time to create the report, and there will be one pop-up browser we have to enable it. So we can check the SaaS application usage. Okay, and we can also create the custom report as well. So once it is done, so it is done, a pop-up blocker is come, we can always allow done. So now if you run now again, then you will be able to download it. So this is done. Let me check once again. Monitor manage custom reports. Okay, now we need to go to monitor, and we have to go on manage custom reports. From here you can add the custom reports basically. Okay, so click on add. In the custom report, name the report session status. Okay, so add, name, session status, and then step 3, following the information, create this report. Database application status. So database application status, schedule not checked, schedule not checked. This should not be checked. Time frame last 6 hours. And what report I can to check? Select column application name, application category, application subcategory, lot more thing there. Application name plus application category plus application subcategory plus, and what, risk app and sessions. Risk app should be down. Risk risk of apps and session, risk of app and session. This I have added. Now click run now. At the top of the pop-up, a tab session will be created. Review the report and export the result as PDF. So run now, or we can save it and run now later. Let me do a, it's saying to save or not. Click run now. So let me click on run now. So it is running. Time was session status. As you can see, we have got this. So once we have got this, we can export it as a PDF. So we can export to PDF. So it will export it as a PDF. Okay. Report may also be scheduled. Now this PDF is open and we can check the PDF whatever we want. So let us close this. Let me minimize this. And also, report may also be scheduled by selecting scheduled icon checkbox in custom report window. So we can also schedule it. If I go here, so we can schedule it by checkbox. So right now I don't want to schedule it. It's up to you. So this is done basically. Okay. So I don't think so it is done. Let me save it. Okay, what is saying sort by, I'm clicking on OK. If sort by is not selected, reports results may not be consistent. Okay, sort by, where is sort by? We have to check. So sort by what? Sort by sessions. Okay, so this is created and all the lab is basically done. Now we will meet in the next lab.